Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Sparky Van Devender at Parnassus Books. We have all sorts of things to talk about today. First, I'm going to tell you what Lindsay's favorite laydown from this week is, because although Lindsay is fine, she is without voice today, so we're standing in for her. This is After Sappho by Shelby Wynne Schwartz. It was a finalist for the Booker Prize, and it's vignettes about Sappho. And you know what we love? We love anything Lindsay tells us to love. This. All right, now, this is a book that I actually read, the whole thing, start to finish. Aleksander Hemon, The World and All It Holds. And I want to tell you, it's brilliant. The writing is extraordinary. It's so grindingly violent that I want you to really think about what you're up for, because I don't know, it's like a high stakes game. And I read the whole thing, and I will very often put down something that is unbelievably violent and upsetting. But it was so beautifully done that I stuck it out. So it comes with both a recommendation and a warning. It starts with Sarajevo and the beginning of the First World War, and it follows two young men who are in love, and nothing goes well. Absolutely nothing for the whole book, but it's gorgeous. Okay. Paul Harding, This Other Eden. Paul Harding, famous for his very, very short novels. He won the Pulitzer for Tinkers, and this is about an island in the late 1700s where a mixed race couple finds peace and utopia, and guess what? It's destroyed by other people, okay? And while we're just running through bad news, how about Waco? Which is David Koresh, The Branch Davidians and Legacy of Rage. This book was written by Jeff Gwynne, and I'm actually interested in it because I was really interested in Waco and the Branch Davidians when I was writing Bel Canto. Go figure. Now, we've been through all of that. Let's have some good news. This is actually the book I am most excited about, Unraveling by Peggy Orenstein. And the subtitle is What I Learned About Life While Shearing Sheep, Dyeing Wool, and Making the World's Ugliest Sweater. Yes, during COVID lockdown, this knitter decides to start a new sweater by getting a sheep, right? And she takes it from sheep to something that she can pull on over her head. And of course, it's also a meditation on life and family in the world and getting older, but hey, it's mostly about getting a sheep. Love this. All right, so now, since Lindsay's not here, we are gonna go straight to Elise. Here she is.
Hello, everyone. The first thing I wanna say, because I don't wanna forget, is to go ahead and sign up for our newsletter. I want you to know that we have some monster events coming up in the spring. Some are ticketed, some are free. They're gonna sell out or be registered to its fullest very quickly. You want to be the first to know about all of these events, so go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. I'm not going to tell you who the names are yet, but I will tell you that this Saturday is story time, 10:30. We have been having the greatest story times, so if you've been there, come again. If you haven't, join us. It'll be wonderful. And then I just want to tell you about a few things that are coming down the pike pretty soon. On January 31st, Oh Love, Come Close. And this is Lindsay Fraser. It's a stunning memoir. She's going to be in conversation with Julian Vaca. So that's going to be great. It's a free event. Go online and register. And then we've been talking about this so much. I have read this. It's amazing. I think Anne talked about it last week. She has read it, and Anne will be in conversation with V, formerly Eve Ensler of the Apology and Vagina Monologues. That is a ticketed event, and tickets were almost full, not quite. So please go ahead, go online, get your tickets. And then a few other people coming, Margaret Verbal, who was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. That's on February 9th. And then we have a virtual event with Jojo Moyes, JT Ellison, Veronica Roth. We've got a great lineup. So go online, take a look, sign up for the newsletter, and I hope to see you at all these fabulous events. And now we'll turn it over to Rayanne and a friend.
Hi everybody. Shop Dog Winnie is here with me today because he's working in the kids department this week. Thanks, Winnie. So the first book I want to show you is Just Like Grandma. This is by Kim Rogers and Julie Flett. This is about a girl who wants to be just like her grandma. And the more time they spend together, guess what? Grandma wants to be just like her. This is Not My Home by Eugenia Yo and Vivian Chang. This is what the author and illustrators call a reverse immigration story. A girl's family has to move back to their home country to take care of her grandmother. And she says, this is not my home, it's an adjustment. Sprout Branches Out by one of our favorites, Jessica von Innerebner. Sprout branches out. Sprout thinks, hey, if I go out to the forest, things will be so much more fun and wild out there until they get there. Then they decide maybe home on the porch is best. A couple of books that came out last week I want to show you. Beneath by Corey Dorfeld. This is a beautiful book about looking underneath things to find out what's really going on. And by Greg Pizzoli, Mr. Kitty is Lost. This is a cute counting book. So many students have read Bomb by Steve Sheinkin on summer reading or just because it's an amazing nonfiction read about the atomic bomb and the 3 countries that were in a race to develop it first. Well, guess what? Now there's a graphic novel adaptation for you graphic novel fans. A few YA books. Began Again by Emma Lord. This takes place in the first year of college. It is about a girl who transfers from her community college to her boyfriend's school, and when she gets there, finds out he's done the same thing, except opposite. 6 Times We Kissed, and Almost Kissed, and One Time We Did by Tess Sharp. This is about 2 girls who end up living together because of their parents, and the 6 times they almost kissed, and come to terms with their real feelings for each other. And Live Your Best Lie by Jessie Weaver. This is about an influencer who is murdered and the teens who uncover the secrets to find out who did it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me so much, friend. And thanks for shopping at Parnassus Books.